welcome to another episode of Goal Setting Monday with the Loan Signing System. So happy you're here. If you're watching this for the very first time, I go on live every single Monday to help signing agents set goals for the following week. Like I always say, week in and week out, a goal without a plan is just a dream. So I'm here to help you plan out the week ahead, the month ahead, to set actionable goals. If you turn a big goal to a bunch of small goals, hold yourself accountable to those small goals, you will accomplish your big goal. If you don't know, this is conference week, man. There's a little bit of insight into the conference merch because you got to believe in yourself to build this business. As I always say, you cannot make someone else believe what you don't believe. I always believe in you, but you got to believe in yourself a little more. So a little sneak peek in some of the conference merch this year. So excited to have the largest signing agent conference in America offline. There'll be 1,000 signing agents. So excited. If you got a ticket, let's jump right into this. Some people know how this works. Get you on live with me and let's talk about your goals for the... I just invited somebody on right now. If you're new, add yourself with the add camera button below. Get on here, talk to me live. I will personally help you through the goals that you're trying to set for your business. Eddie, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, dude, I'm conference week, baby. I got a lot on my plate, but I'm excited to be on here with you and help you grow your business. So where are you at in your journey?
Yeah, hey, Mark. So I've actually kind of procrastinated and going on live with you because I started last year in July. And so now I'm actually digging deeper. I've dug deeper with Solidified Title. And so I'm just doing strictly loan signings for the moment. But I just crossed 4,800 a month last month.
Hey, hold on, everybody, drop Eddie a little clapping emoji, $5,000 a month, man. First off, dude, I just want to say thank you for jumping on. I mean, look, slow is a speed. You know I teach that. Your journey's perfect. $5,000 a month is insane. That's a $60,000 a year business. You've been digging deeper. I love it. Let's talk about some goals, right? So where are you seeing the next 6 months of your business? And let's start breaking that down a little bit so we can kind of get some actionable goals every single week. So I'm proud of you, man. Slow as a speed. Just pay attention to your journey, which I'm proud that you're doing. So what's the goal for like the next 6 months?
Yeah, no, I need to start hitting title and escrow companies for sure. I live in LA.
Oh man.
If you know Downey, it's like right between LA and OC. So and and I'm a real estate agent too. So they already know that I'm, a notary. Because honestly, I do this more so than the real estate business just because it's less stress.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so just door knocking. Because I have like 10 escrow companies in my city alone. Okay. So I just need to go just door knock and then just invest some money, buy some, gift cards and stuff like that, like you were saying. But I just wanted to get some pointers for you guys, like an updated version of like, what do you think is the best way to approach the title companies and escrow companies? Because
well, let me just say this. Let me just make sure that you're on live with 100 signing agents, man. So I need a little bit of a commitment from you in front of everybody and to yourself. Okay. I think the small commitment I need from you, man, is one title company this week. A new one you've never stepped foot into. You have no idea who they are. They have no idea who you are. I need you to commit to one. So can you commit to me, to your business, and to everyone here? This week, you're going to hit up one title company you've never met before.
Yeah, I'm going to do
Okay, I got that commitment. I want a DM to let me know that actually went down, okay?
All right.
Cool. So here's the answer to your question, man. And I think a lot of time you fall into this, I get a little nervous about introducing myself to someone I don't know yet. Here's the trick. The reason that you should not get nervous is because I don't want you going into a title company asking for business. You walk in simply saying, hey, I'm Eddie, a local signing agent. If your signing agent gets stuck in traffic, goodness knows LA traffic's no joke. If your signing agent's already booked, if your signing agent got a flat tire, I'd love to be the backup to the backup to the backup. That's the intro. Like, you're not asking for a signing. You're not like, hey, this is Eddie. Can I get a signing from you? I think too many signing agents get nervous because you think you're asking for something. You're not asking for anything. You're more making yourself available. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Cool. So that should be super easy, man. Like, you're not walking in trying to be like, hey, I'm Eddie, give me a signing. You're just like, hey, I'm Eddie, local signing agent. If you have any last minute appointments, If you have anyone stuck in traffic, someone double booked themselves, you have a reader, and that notary can't get to the next appointment, I'm your guy, right? Now, here's the key. That's how you intro, okay? It's more of I know you might need someone, and if you do, at that point, I would love to be your backup to the backup. Now, they're just not going to give that backup to anybody, so you still have the script. So you end it with the script, right? So I can't say that over, Instagram. People pay for that like you.
No,
so
of course.
What you want to do is you intro with what I just taught you, right? Hey, if your signing agent can't do a 9 o'clock in Orange County, I'm your guy, right? If you shoot, I'll drive to Riverside if you need me to at 10 p.m. You're saying that, right?
Yeah.
Now they still haven't built that credibility. They're like, cool, I get it. So then you got to jump into the script. Obviously, again, I don't want to say that over Instagram, but you end with that's my point. So
I have
there
your
you go.
mentorship course too, so I got all that.
Perfect. Yeah, golden. Yeah, so you intro with hey, I'm not here to step on the toes of your current signing agent. I'm sure they're great, but look, there may be a point where they're already booked, right? You have someone in Downey, you have someone sent to Santa Barbara, you have someone sent to Orange County. If that's the case, here I am. Here's why you should give me a call if that ever happens. Go into the script, walk out. It's that easy. Rinse and repeat. Remember, we're an all-call business, man. You know this by now. You're a $5,000 signing agent. Yeah. But I tell you, signing agents who are already in the business like you get those last-minute appointments in signing services, right?
Yeah.
That also happens with direct business. So that last-minute movement's not just signing services. That also is direct business. So you got to let people know is if you ever have those last-minute appointments, I'm your guy. I'll drive to freaking Palm Springs if you need me to prove my worth. Those are some of the trigger words that you say. Let them know that you'll go above and beyond, and then close with the script, which creates the credibility of, okay, guy got it. You know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Provide them with convenience for sure.
That's right. That's right. So look, dude, it's just a rinse and repeat. You have 9 title companies. They all should know that you're ready and available if their go-tos are already stacked. That's it. You're not asking for anything, man. There's nothing you should be nervous about. You're $5,000 a month signing agent. You have the script. You're loan signing system certified. You're NNA certified. You're the best of the best, bro.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And I still got that one-on-one call with you on the mentorship program, so I'll take you up on it too.
And that never expires. You know how I roll, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, Eddie, dude, I'm proud of you, man. Thank you so much for jumping on, because sometimes I don't know some of you students if you're not jumping on, man. So thank you for jumping on with me. Thank you for inspiring everybody that you got a $5,000 a month business, and we're going to grow that to 10. I'm going to end with this. I'm going to end with this, okay? You got to believe in yourself, bro. You have to know you're a good signing agent. I know that you know, right? You don't miss signatures. You will drive anywhere. You're accountable. Those are things I know. I need you to know that to give yourself a little bit more confidence to walk in, because you're good, right? You know you're good. Feel it, walk in, let them know it, all right?
I'll let them know, man. Thanks again, Mark. You're awesome.
Hey, I want a DM, all right? Have a good week, man. All right, bye.
All right, take care.
Awesome. How awesome was that? Eddie out in LA. And again, whether you kind of fall into Eddie's story of, I want to go direct. Look, if you're an LSS student or not, the intro is the same for everybody. It is, I know that you have current signing agents, like obvious, right? So if any of them are not available, I'd love to be the backup to the backup. Like that's the intro. That's it. You're not asking for anything. You're not being a salesperson. You're asking. Now you need to close that loop with building credibility on why they should call you in the case. And if you're an LSS student, that's the script, right? There's strict bullet points on how to signify or signal to an escrow officer, title officer that you actually know what you're doing. But Eddie, man, excited for you, bro. Let's get someone else. Eddie, want to stop that video so I can get somebody else on? Albert, what's going on?
Hey, Mark.
Man. How you doing? Give me some updates.
Good.
Talk to me.
I'm doing well. I've been getting some signings and everything, and my thing now is I know I asked you about how to get with real estate agents. My question is about the first contact point before I go into the script with them. How to be genuine and add value to them when I first meet with them.
Yeah, no, I love it. Okay, so look, this is what I'll say is, I love what you just said, Albert, and I need you to think, and anyone, even if you're not an LSS student, what Albert said was key, and that is, what kind of value can I give? So to answer your question, Albert, I need you to think about outside the box a little bit, right? You're a business. I'm going to help you do this, but you know I don't give you a fish. I teach you to fish, right?
Right.
So, okay, so let's do this together. Like, what kind of value can you add to a realtor?
Helping them gain more clients, promoting their open houses, maybe.
So that's how you enter the conversation, man. Like, it's like, look, how can I help promote your open house? How can I help get you more clients? Like, that's how you start the conversation. Does that make sense?
Right.
So when you walk in there with like, look, how can I help you? And be specific with like, look, you need some promotion on the open house. Well, what can I do for you? Literally, if that's how you enter the conversation, anyone will listen to you.
So am I calling them on the phone first, or am I?
No, I mean, look, dude, I would, this weekend, I would start making a list of open houses and walk right in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, look, I mean, where do you live? What part of the country?
Pennsylvania.
Okay, what city?
Philadelphia, like right.
Oh, come on, man. There has to be a million open houses in Philly.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just go on Zillow, go on Redfin, just type in open houses Philadelphia into Google. You'll get a list of local houses. Walk into a local realtor shop. I mean, a realtor office.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, hey, is anybody having open houses today? Grab some flyers and then walk in. The realtors are the easiest because they're shooting fish in a barrel because they're literally always doing open houses. That's the easiest. So when you walk in the open house, you say just what you told me. Hey, how can I help promote this open house today?
Right.
I mean, maybe you do an Instagram live at the open house.
Oh,
you know what I mean? With your followers. But like, hey, you want me to do a quick Instagram live and try to get people down here? Like, just try to show value. You know what I'm saying? So you enter the conversation with like, hey, I'm a local signing agent, but before I talk about me, man, I would love to bring value to your open house today. What about, you know, and then the realtor's gonna be like, okay, like, who are you? Awesome, let's do this. And then once you bring value, then you go into the rest of the script.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? So just literally just walk in and be like, look, this is what how can I help bring promotion to your open house today? Like, you said that, not me. That was a you idea. And I want you to like love it. You know, and that's a great idea.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then I want you to be like, look, I mean, what else can I do? How can I help bring you business? And then you're in. Like, there's nobody who wouldn't want to talk with that conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the second conversation would be like another day.
Oh, it could be the same day, frankly. You know what I mean? But let it be organic, right?
Oh.
You're going to walk in and you're going to try to help somebody. Like, that's the loan signing system way. It's like, what can I do for you right now? Mm-hmm. And then it could lead to, but eventually what's going to happen organically is, well, how can I help you? Funny you say that.
Yeah.
I'd love to be your realtor. I'd love to be the signing agent on this closing. Or I would love to, have you introduce me to your title officer or escrow officer on this property, on this file.
Right.
Boom. But if you come in with helping them, they're almost going to naturally say, what can I do for you? Does that make sense?
That makes
sense. The conversation should be so organic that they ask you out of that because you're doing so much to try to bring them value.
Right.
Does that make sense? So look, this is what I need from you, man. I want this time next week. I'm going to try to go live next Monday. I have no promises. It's going to be a weekend of conference, but if I do, I'm going to try my best. I'd love you to let me know, or at least slide in my DMs.
Okay.
And let me know, Mark. So here's my goal for you, okay? It's goal setting Monday. 1 open house this weekend.
Okay.
You commit to that to me?
I can make that.
1 open house. I didn't say 20. I said 1. Saturday or Sunday. And again, bring in the value. Start the conversation with like, hey, I'm Albert, a local signing agent. But before I talk about me, man, what can I do to help you today? Wow. That's the opening.
Okay.
Okay? What can I do to help you today? And then roll into some of your own ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to be like, you know what, man? Like, look, can I do an Instagram live to my followers and be like, hey, I'm over at 123 Broadway Street. You guys got to come check out my realtor friend. What was your name again? Johnny, realtor friend Johnny. Guys, come check it out. Like, that's bringing them value.
Right.
You know what I mean? So anything you can think, I want you to think outside the box. You could always DM me afterwards, but I want you after this live, but I want you to kind of get creative on your own.
Okay.
You know, hit me up on the DMs after this. Like, hey, Mark, these are a couple more ideas I have. I'll let you know if they're good ones. But you know I'm going to teach you how to fish. I'm not going to give you a fish.
Right,
so
right.
Think creatively, and if you need help more brainstorming, I'll brainstorm with you via DMs. Fair enough?
That sounds great.
All right, bro. Hey, I'm rooting for you. Let me know how next Monday, how the house hunting goes. Bring value, and you'll crush it, no doubt in my mind.
I appreciate it, Mark.
All right, brother. Go get him, dog.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, man. Bye. I love it. You know, if you notice what Albert said right out of the gate, which is the loan signing system way, is how can I bring value? I want you to learn to operate from that vantage point, and you're going to make a ton of business. The reason a lot of signing agents don't make as much money as they want, because a lot of signing agents do is they go around town saying, I want business, I want business, I want business. And they always ask for signings. I want a signing, I want a signing. Start getting into the mindset of going around town saying, how can I help you? How can I help you? What can I do to bring you value? What can I do to bring you value? If you flip the narrative, you flip the script, mortgage professionals are going to want to use you. But too often I see signing agents go like, oh, hi, I'm Mark. I'm an amazing signing agent. I want business today. That's not creating relationships. That's not making an exchange of value. The good successful signing agents realize there's an exchange of services. It is not, I'm a notary, I don't miss signatures. It is, I'm a notary, but more importantly, I'm a business owner. I know you're a business owner. We're all trying to feed our families. How can we help each other? If I can get you to think like that, if I can get you to worry about bringing value and not worry about getting signing appointments, you're going to make so much money. But the problem is a lot of signing agents chase the money and they don't chase the value. When you chase the money always runs. Let me say that one more time. When you chase the money always runs. It runs away from you. But if you learn to bring value, if you learn to say, look, how can I help you? Then the people you want to do business with will want to do business with you. So start thinking like a real successful signing agent. And I know it's hard in the beginning. A lot of you guys go, I need the money, Mark. This has to work. If you operate out of a sense of desperation, they can sense it. Operate it out of a sense of abundance, knowing, look, if I help you, you're going to help me. Stop operating out of a place of scarcity and a place of, I want to become something of value to you. I want to become something where you need me as much as I need you. Then you will always have signings for you, no matter what the market looks like. Trust me. Okay, who's up next? Let's go, my man Jedediah. Jedediah, if I know Jedediah well enough, he's going to drop some fire. He's going to give us an update on his business. I'm super excited. Jedediah, talk to me, my man. Oh, the wifey's here too? I love it. I was going to 2 for 1. Talk to me, guys.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Oh, I'm better than I'm talking to you guys. Give me some good news. Tell me how it's going. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's going well. We did our first 30 days combined. We ended up with about $5,000 in our first 30 days. So
how does that feel, by the way?
It's amazing.
Good,
it's really good.
Oh my God, I want to start crying. Like, I'm so happy for you guys. I know you have a young family. I think you guys see the potential of what this business can be. You know, what I want to end with before I get into your goals is, you know, you're a classic example of slow and steady wins the race. You know, you guys have a young family. This needs to work. I know it does. I sense it every single time we talk. Like, Mark, this needs to work. I get it. But you guys have not given up. You guys have not made your 10K month, but you know you're there, right? You're not comparing your journey to some people who made 10K in their second month. And I'm very proud of that, by the way, because those students who make 10K in the second month, they're the exception, not the rule.
Right, yeah.
So too often new signing agents compare themselves to the exception and they get discouraged by the exception, not realizing that most people build businesses like you. Literally 90% of people build it like you. And so I'm proud of you guys for staying the course. I mean, you give yourself 6 more months of this effort, you will have that $10,000 a month business. And so I'm proud of you going in. You know, like I said, I can feel on these calls, like, you know, this business needs to work. It's more than it's a has to work, and I get it. But it's not changing your guys' effort every day. And I feel that too as your coach. And so I want people to be inspired by that, you know, slow and steady wins the race. Hard work, persistency is how businesses are built. And you guys literally are the picture of that. So I just want to say I'm proud of you guys. I hope I say that enough. But keep this course, keep this pressure. Don't stay relentless. You know, I know you want to be 10 grand a month. That will come. It's only going to come if you keep applying the pressure you are. Don't get discouraged that you're not at 8 grand yet. But dude, 5 grand. I mean, what you guys like 4 months in, 5 months in, like epic.
Yeah.
Epic. Okay, cool. Enough of the praises. Let's get down to some business. What are some goals for this week? Talk to me.
What we really want to do is get more direct signings, but we're having a bit of a hard time getting repeat business. So we've done a few signings for some direct clients, but we're still on the as needed basis, not the preferred list. And so that is what our goal is to try and get more title business. We continue to market to title companies, and the ones we can go deeper in, we go deeper in. The ones we are feeling we're not getting much feedback from, we move on. And so we're doing everything right when it comes to that. It's just going to be it's just going to be a matter of breakthrough when it comes.
Let me just interject. This is almost like what I was leading with the complimentary comments I was making is, and I need you to be a little bit more of it, you know. So, you know, you just did a direct title business with this client. They may have been using their preferred notaries for the past 3 or 4 years. You don't know how deep that relationship is. So what I want to coach you on is, you know, get out of the headspace that I can create a relationship in 2 months that will overtake a relationship that took 2 years.
Yeah.
So my point is I want you to get less discouraged about, oh, well, we're still number 4 or 5. That's where you should be, frankly. Now, your job to kind of chip away at the relationship is to continue to try to build it and not expect someone to marry you after 3 dates, but understand you're going to marry me after a year of courting me, right? And you're in a little bit of the mindset of like, well, I've taken you on 3 dates. I've taken you to a steak dinner. I bought you a bracelet. How come you're not my wife or husband? I need you to pull back just a little bit on that mentality. So what I need you to do is kind of what I gave you compliments on is just continue to apply the pressure, continue to show gratitude, continue to build the relationship authentically, not worry that you haven't pushed out the #1 notary yet because and so, but honestly, it's a little naive and it's a little not the LSS way. You know, like be patient. You guys you're gonna kill them with kindness, just keep showing the gratitude, and it's gonna be slowly but surely in. That's the key of diversifying, by the way, right? Hopefully by this point, you guys have, you know, 4 or 5 different TOs that you're chipping away at, and the iceberg's gonna fall off one sooner than the other, but you're always just doing what you're doing and you're being patient. That's why I told you in 6 months you'll be where you want to be, but you got to be patient to get to that 6 months. So Jedediah, honestly, my goal for you this week is just to breathe. Like you're doing what you're supposed to do. Continue to do it. Continue to apply the pressure. You're doing nothing wrong, but you're just asking someone to stop dating someone after 2 years because you're the new cute man in their life. You know what I mean? And just be patient.
We are patient, Mark, and we're not pursuing them any harder than we pursue any other title company. We're not trying to. We're not going after the money, we're going after the relationship. So we continue to drop cookies at all the title companies, regardless of who they are. So, you know, we're not pressuring anybody. We're not desperate.
And more importantly, you know, don't get discouraged. Like this is all part of the plan. You know what I mean? It's like, look, in a year, you know, I promise you, if you're consistent for a year, you will be the #1. Right, you're gonna they're #1. Here, let me give you a little feedback here. See, here's the key. The key to moving in on a relationship, and someone just made a funny comment, said he wants them to cheat, and I kind of. Here's the key, right? So here's what happens with notaries who have relationships with current escrow officers. They usually start taking them for granted. It's almost a human nature too. You know what I mean? So my point is, when I teach you to keep showing gratitude and compliments and thank yous and thank you cards,
we do that.
They're gonna be like,
we do that.
Wow, this person, my go-to notary, is not nearly as appreciative as them. And then they start seeing like, wow, I want to start giving business to the notary who was like, thank you. Like, you know, like get personal with the title officers. Like, look, I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you because I have a young child at home. You're literally helping me feed my family. Get personal with them, right? And so, it's going to be a slow replacement, but you're just trying to show the escrow officer. You're just trying to show the escrow officer, look, I know you have a great relationship, but I want to build our relationship because of gratitude, appreciation, authenticity.
Yeah,
and then the current
absolutely.
signing agents be like, because usually current signing agents are so busy that they forget the LSS way. So my point is, it's working, bro. Deep breaths. Keep doing what you're doing. $5,000 a month is incredible, like incredible. Okay?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, that's a $60,000 a year business that you have on a run rate that you've built in 4 to 5 months. Like, dude, stay at it. Continue to apply pressure. Kayla Bieber is my favorite because it took her 10 months to get to the 10K club.
Right.
She didn't do it in 3 months. She didn't do it in 4 months. She didn't do it in 5. But she stayed. What you're doing, she did. And finally, in the 10th month, it happened. A lot of signing agents give up. They get discouraged. So don't do that on me. Be patient. My only coaching is more of a mental coaching. It's more of like, just stay the course, man. In 3 months from today, when you jump on one of these, you're going to be like, Mark, we have more business than we know what to do with. So it's a mental coaching of just stay consistent, realize you're chipping away at the relationship they have with the current notary through authenticity, gratitude. Like if all you're doing is getting 1 signing a month from a title company, but yet you're still saying thank you every single day, they're gonna be like, oh my God, like, wow, like you're an amazing human. Like, I barely give any business, but yet you show so much appreciation. That's how you kind of start breaking into relationships from other notaries. So stay focused, stay locked in, man. I'm proud of both of you, and I can't wait till you jump on here. You're like, Mark, we broke 10 grand. You will.
Yeah.
You will. And hopefully I'll see you at the 2022 conference because you guys need to be there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, go get them. Thank you for checking in.
Yeah.
All right, bye. What an amazing journey, these two. I'm so proud of them. Okay, let's get on with another one. We have a special guest right now, the one and only Robin Schmidt. Let's get the one and only Robin Schmidt on here because even the most successful signing agent needs help setting goals. So let's see if we get Robin on here. What a pleasant surprise. Robin, are you there? Oh, looks like Robin left us. Dang it. Let me see if Robin's there. Go live with Robin Schmidt. Let's do this. Robin Schmidt, are you there? She is the one and only. Oh my God.
Hey,
okay. Everybody who's on live right now, it is an honor to be talking to Robin Schmidt. Let me just say this for everybody watching. Robin Schmidt is the most successful loan signing system student we have in the entire country. If anyone wants to be inspired by the signing service owner of 5280 Signings in Colorado. I won't give away her income numbers, but I will say she does thousands and thousands and thousands of closings that she hands out to other signing agents. So, Robin, wow. I'm excited you're on, girl.
Yeah, I finally made it.
Everybody, even the most successful people have coaches. I myself included have more coaches than I can actually tell you. But Robin, what's up, girl?
So I'm thinking about my goals for this year, and I'm not quite on track for the goals I set for myself for this year. I'm not going to badger myself about it because, you know, business has normalized, so things have changed since last year. But I have gone up in business. I went from 26 EOs last year. We now have 49. Last year we had 8 title companies. This year we have 11. But my problem is that we're not even 2/3 of the way to my goal.
Okay.
So I need to get there. And I would say 6 of those EOs that we work with give us about 50% of our business, and the rest of the 30 some trickle in. And we're working hard to keep getting new EOs, but all the new EOs just trickle in because they're not the EOs that I worked with personally.
Yep.
So I am trying to work personally with a lot of them so that they can, build trust with me and then build trust with our signing service. But I'm having issues getting to the goal I set for myself this year.
Well, I hope everyone heard those numbers that Robin has. I mean, I just want to inspire one last time, Robin. I'm going to get into very specific coaching. But Robin used to work for signing services. Robin used to only make $4,000 a month, and now she is the signing service. The most successful student we have is female. Go, ladies.
Yay!
Go, ladies. Okay, look, so here's my coaching. Let's get back to very specific coaching. Because let me just make sure, I'm going to ask some qualifying questions, and you can answer if what I'm seeing on the outside is true. So what I'm seeing is that you're still doing signings.
Yes.
Okay, so my first goal for you is to stop. Like, you need to become the marketing leg of your signing service. It almost goes back to the conversation that me and you had 2 years ago about, well, Mark, I'm scared to stop doing signings and launch my signing service. My point is, you got to take a couple steps back with some of the relationships you've already built so deeply. My guess is you want to do signings so you can still have face-to-face time with the really good EOs, is kind of my guess. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, because I can relate to that, by the way. But what you need to do, though, and you and your husband need to talk about this, is you need to become the marketing leg of 5280 signings.
Yeah.
I am the marketing leg of Sign Here Inc. My job is to go around and create relationships with everybody, and even the fringe ones. And so, when I look at my quarterly report and I see that these 4 signing services, 4 escrow officers, those numbers are dropping, I then make an intention to go see those 4 escrow officers with lunch like twice a week. So my point is I literally, if I'm seeing these 4 twice a week, that means I'm not seeing my other client. That's it. But I have an abundance mindset of like, those relationships are built. They know I love them, literally. They know I care about them, and it's okay if I spend some time over here.
Okay.
So my coaching to you would be, and the goals is, stop doing local signings, period. It's not moving your bank account in a big enough direction that it actually makes sense, right? So sometimes with business and loan signing system, I do this all the time, it's opportunity cost. So you're making $150 by working an hour doing a signing, or you can go get 50 more signings in that 1 hour by creating a relationship, therefore bringing more overall revenue in that hour of your time spent than over here doing a signing. Does that make sense? So in theory, Robin, let me blow your mind right now, okay? You're a signing service owner. You have 50 clients, okay? I'm going to blow your mind, but then I need you to think like this.
Yeah.
My guess is your hourly rate, what you're worth, is somewhere around $1,000 an hour.
That does blow my mind.
That blows your mind because of the revenue numbers. Does that make sense what I just said? Because of the revenue numbers you're bringing in, your time's worth an hour, $1,000. If you're doing anything, Robin, that's not making $1,000 an hour, you are losing money for your company. So guess what you're doing by taking a signing? You're losing money. Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm not
You're working for $150. Does that make sense? You're working for $150. Like, you're now beyond that. You're a CEO of your company. CEOs of the company more direct the ship than run the paddles. Okay? So I need you to focus less on being part of the paddles and focus more on being the captain. And so your goal for this week and the next 6 months is like literally get out of it. Like get out of the day-to-day. You should be 100% relationship management. You wake up in the morning and all these EOs that have only given you 2 or 3 signings, you're in their face, face to face. You're the one dropping off bagels. You're the one saying, hey, how was your weekend? Oh my gosh, doing the relationship building, and walk out. And then go to the next EO. And that your 8 hours a day is spent building relationships, because your time is worth $1,000 an hour, not $150. That makes sense?
Okay, that's great advice.
So
I appreciate that.
Good, because girl, you're worth more than $150 an hour. All right? And I want everyone to be inspired by that. There's going to be a point, and then there actually comes a point where you're going to have to decide as you grow that like maybe even talking to the fringe escrow officers isn't where my time is even best valued at. So my point I'm trying to coach you on is you always have to talk to yourself, where do I get the most return on my time spent?
Okay.
And there'll be a point where like I've lost clients over the past few years because of LSS, where I'm just like, it's not worth trying to go save 10 signings because I make more impact over here with my business choices. Right now, you got to stop doing signings and just start getting those EOs to give you more and more and more. Does that make sense?
It does.
That's all your time should be. You and Jason should have a spreadsheet of like, we got 40 clients. The lowest 25% need most of your time. Now, I'm going to end with this. Your secondary job is the lower 25%, right?
Mm-hmm.
If two of them just don't have any more than 6 outer counties to give you, then you go, you know what? Those two aren't worth my time because I need to spend it maybe in the middle 50%. You always got to value where you can get the most return for your time. You know that, right? I have a couple independent escrow officers who do like 13 signings a month and like 4 are out of county.
Yeah.
I just have to make a conscious decision. I'm very appreciative of the 4, but spending an hour and a half of them for 4 signings isn't worth my time because I should spend an hour and a half with someone who has 50 signings to give me they're only giving me 10.
Okay.
That makes sense. So you got to be very strategic with your time management and stop taking signings, girl.
I'm going to go sit down with Jason and get working on this.
All right. You're worth $1,000 an hour minimum. All right. Does that make sense? All right. That was the one and only Robin Schmidt, everybody. Thank you for jumping on. Okay, Rob, real quick before you go.
Yeah.
Do you have any words of inspiration of people who want to be the next Robin Schmidt?
Oh, just you have to just put in the effort and be yourself and be true to yourself and be confident and just go out there and get it because people need you.
I love it. But all I heard is you got to put in the effort. And Robin works so hard. All right, Robin, see you in 4 days, girl.
See you soon. Bye,
Bye.
Mark.
All right, how about that next level conversation that I just had? I mean, what I love about these Goal Setting Mondays is no matter where you're at, Robin has a 7-figure business and she's still jumping on. So I hope that gives you a little bit of like, wow, okay, no matter where you are in your journey, I need a coach. I need someone to help me to go where I am. So excited about that. Let's go to Malachi. I got 20 more minutes on here. But yeah, what a great conversation. Man, the past 2 have been fire. So excited. Malachi, my man.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
You tell me, dog. You tell me.
Hey, not too much. So right now in my business, Mark, I kind of went backwards, right? I didn't go against what you said in like the order of operations, but what I did was I got out of my own head and I got out of my own way and I just went straight to the escrow offices, hit up about maybe 8, 9, or 10. And like, it's been kind of like, you know, off and on. Like some of them are kind of like cool with having a sit down conversation, letting me go through the spiel, you know, saying what I need to say, memorizing the script, did all that, right? And a lot of them just had me, you know, register with them and then kind of go from there. So now that I've hit up that list, right, that huge long list that you had us fill out, you know, and call, I called them first, and now I'm actually going back through.
Let's pause. Like you're dropping fire, and I want to coach.
Okay.
Cool. So let me just make sure I heard correctly. So you've physically approached 8 or 10 title offices. Is that what I just heard you say?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, you know, the couple things I want to coach you on and coach everybody on is, you know, when you walk into a title office, you have to assume that they were busy before you walked in. My point is, like, sometimes when you have that first conversation, man, they don't even hear anything. They're just like, yeah, and in the back of their mind, they're like, oh my God, will this notary leave because I have a funding I need to get back to? Which, by the way, is okay. I mean, that's just business, right? So my point is this, is focus more on the follow-ups, okay? Remember that it's not a knock against you that they didn't really move you forward. Sometimes they need to see you more than once. I don't know if you got a girlfriend or a wife. It's like dating, man. You know what I mean? Well, okay, you're trying to date a girl. Like sometimes you got to go 2 or 3 times before like a big commitment's made, right? Same thing with building a business relationship. I don't want you to think about it any different, right? Sometimes you meet a girl, you're like, hey, what up? Let me get your number. Call me. That's moment number one. Moment number two is like, hey, how you doing? And you have a conversation. The moment number three is like, hey, let's go out to dinner. Whatever. My point is there's usually a systematic way to get where you want to go. No different in business. You come in and you talk to someone, that's like getting their number, right? You know what I mean? The next time you you go in, it's like, you're like, hey, here's why you should go out with me. Right? And then the third time it's like, you know what? I'm going to give you a signing. So I need you to focus more on the follow-ups of these 8 to 10, because that's where all the money is, right? So these 8 to 10. So I want you to focus on this week, focus on the follow-ups. Just go back in. Remember, sometimes they're so busy, man, they don't even realize you even walked in. Like, I've marketed people and they're like, you came in last week?
Yeah.
Oh, last week we talked for 10 minutes. What do you mean? And it's like, Mark, you came in and I was putting a fire out. So I learned, you know, you're learning through my trials and tribulations that repetition is not anything more than like, man, maybe they just completely forgot about our conversation last week. So I want you to go back in. Number two, I don't know if you're already doing this. If you're not, do this. The next time you go into a title company, you should immediately follow up with an email. So like, hey, so nice to meet you today. Appreciate the 5 minutes. So it's more because, again, you're cementing that, hey, I did walk in. You know what I mean? So it's just a quick email, follow-up email. Hey, this is Malachi. I just want to say thank you again for 5 minutes. I know you're crazy busy. Have a blessed day. Here's my number in case you ever need any of those last-minute signing appointments. Dunskies. You know what I mean? Week later, roll back in. Hey, it's Malachi again. Hey, again, just checking in. See if you have any last-minute appointments. I'm your guy. Be blessed. Deuces. And it's just kind of a rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? And then eventually you'll filter from 10 to like 2. And those are the 2 that you're going to build the business through.
And that's what I wanted to ask you next, Mark. This is kind of a twofold question. So when it comes to the mindset, I really like what you said to that couple earlier about, you know, the dating experience and how you're not going to be able to just show up one time and ask them to marry you. I think I needed to kind of like adjust my thinking on the longevity of how long it may take me to start getting real business. Because after I did this and I got out of my way, I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm ready for a signing, but it's not going to happen like that. That's not the realistic part of it. So I think the other part of that, can you hear me, Mark?
No, I can't.
Okay. So I think the other part of that now is just like, I need to go ahead and just make time this week. I think one of my goals is to go ahead and get through this entire list and make sure I register up with all the signing services, because I was more focused on the direct part of it. But now I understand, like, you know, it's a building process. So if there's a lot of people like me who just wanted to get straight to it and like, oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get ready. Like it's realistic. So I don't know.
Well, I just want to say, I mean, I love literally seeing the growth. So a lot of people I don't see that growth in them. You're right. This is a long-term thing. You give yourself three months of following up, dude, you're going to make $5,000 a month easy. The most signing agents give up after time number 1. They're like, oh, there's not enough business for me. I'm like, dude, they just don't know you yet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
That was my second question. So I went to 8 or 9 or 10 offices, and you know, I'm here in Dallas, and there's a lot of LS students out here that are very helpful. Shout out to Shay, by the way. But I don't know if I should just, you know, like you said, let that 10 reduce down into 2 over time, or should I be hitting up even more offices?
Great question. Yes, I do love the LSS family. We're all a family. People think like I'm lying when I say that. Okay, cool. So the answer is both. It's yes and no to both the questions. So what you don't want to do is not follow up with the 8 to 10. So if you have physical time to go to 10 more, I would say do it, but don't go to 10 more in lieu of not following up. Does that make sense?
Got you.
So if your time permits to go to 20 plus follow up with the 10, yes. But do not go wider without following up with the 10. That's called deeper, right? So you don't want to go wider and not go deeper with the 10. So if your time permits, the answer is yes. But remember, fortune is in the follow-up, man. That's it. I mean, literally, I'll be honest with you, dude. 75% of the reason you're going to get business is because you go in and remind them you're available. 25% is my script. 75% is just I'm here. If you need me, then one day they're going to be like, oh, my God, my notary just bailed on me. That's literally what's going to happen. Because your first signing with the title company, Malachi, is going to be because they're in a bind. Like, it's not because they're like, oh, I'm just going to give this random notary something my favorite notary is going to get. It's like, my favorite notary is booked. My second favorite notary is on vacation. Malachi, you come in 3 straight weeks. Here you go, man. Now you're in. You know what I mean?
Now that conversation, Mark, is it just like, hey, just wanted to come by and say hello? I just wanted to make sure, you know, is it that easy, or is it like
easy? Literally that easy. It's like, hey, it's Malachi again. Look, if you have any last minute signings or notaries in a bind, love to help you out. Literally that easy. Don't overthink it. And remember, you follow with an email. You can email weekly to these people. When you get your first signing direct, it's because they're going to be in a bind. You got to remember that. So your job is to remind them, if you're in a bind, here I am. If you're bind, here I am. Your first direct signing will always come because they like have to use the notaries come in once a week, not because they're trying to give you a signing that the go-to notary should have. Does that make sense? Right. But once you get that first one in, you prove your worth, throw them some lunch, then the business builds itself. So your goal for this week is to follow up with all 8 to 10.
All right.
And it's just literally more of a remember me. I'm here. You're a good looking dude, dressed professionally. And like, hey, I'm here. I'd love to represent you. And then you'll get a signing, man. Just be consistent.
All right. I appreciate it, Mark.
All right. Drop in my DMs. Let me know how it goes.
All right. I got you.
All right, brother. I mean, look, that was a great conversation because a lot of signing agents, you know, forget that sometimes that this is a long-term play. A lot of us think that it's like, you know, I went to you once and you should use me. Like, I don't know what world that's real in. That's the exception, not the rule. If I can get you just to be patient, if I can get you just to be consistent, if I can get you to just be persistent, you're going to make a ton of money, man. Let's go. All right, I got time for one more student. Let's go to my girl, Rachel. Let's say with my girl, Rachel Leticia. I hope I said that right. What a great conversation today. We had $1 million signing agent. What up, girl?
Hi. Wait, I can't hear you.
First off, I want to say I'm proud of you.
Oh, wait. Okay, figured it out. Yeah. Hi.
Okay, cool. Hi. I just want to say that I'm proud of you. I see the work you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
I see the signings you're getting.
Yeah.
You know, I see you on the Insta, man. So proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Talk to me. What are some goals?
Thank you. Thanks. So I was rushing because I just got out of the shower and I wanted to get on here and talk to you.
Love it. Talk to me.
So I've been getting a lot of signings, which is amazing. I'm super happy about it. But I'm at the point where I'm getting anxious when I look at my phone. It's gotten to that point to where like, yes, I'm like very popular now. It's getting, I'm getting a lot of traction and I want to start getting into like a signing service and I want to know, like, I just want to be focused when I go to the conference. Who do I talk to? What do I do? What is my play-by-play?
You know, first, I'm excited to see you at conference. Hopefully you got a VIP ticket so I can say what's up.
Yeah.
Look, I would reach out to Robbins and the Lauras. And first thing you should do is reach out to other signing service owners. I mean, and then when you see them, like Calvin Darville will be there, you know, Laura Tasadri, Kim Sennett, Robin Schmidt, Deborah Smith-Owens, Danielle Mills. I mean, the list goes on of signing service owners. So because you have a signing service goal, you should literally be like, Laura, and I take your notebook, like, what do you wish you would do different next time? If you had to start your signing service all over, what would you wish you would do different? I would go to Kim. Kim, girl, you have a couple minutes? Oh my gosh, I'm excited about a signing service. I'm inspired by you. If you could start your signing service over, what would you do different? I would get like 4 or 5 different opinions, you know what I mean? And
so
then
pretty much.
That's right. That's right. And so I would search them out. They're all going to be in the, you know, the dinner for sure. If you're a VIP holder, I think you know what they look like, and just be like, hey, I'm inspired by you. If you can start your signing service over, tell me like 2 things you would do completely different. Write that down. That's what I would do. Now let's talk about your getting overbooked. I have two pieces of advice for that. Okay. You either got to start your signing service ASAP where you can service them, but if you don't, You have to make a conscious decision to let some clients go. If you try to work for too many clients and you're gonna start hurting feelings, you're gonna start getting less business from the people who've been feeding you business.
Okay.
So you have to
I
make a
also
conscious
got my
decision.
mom into loan signing too, so she's going to be taking over my Spanish signing clients.
Good,
So
good, good. So you know what happens though, and I just want to coach you this, and anyone else who's in your scenario, is sometimes when we start growing and you're at the point where you're bursting at the seams. If you try to service everybody, you service nobody. Does that make sense?
mm-hmm.
So if you don't choose to start a signing service, you're gonna have to make a conscious decision, Rachel, of like, I'm gonna focus on these 8 clients because they always consistently feed me business, and you're just gonna have to stop answering the phone of the other 10, because if you start losing these relationships, you're gonna lose your volume. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm hoping you don't get to that, but if you don't start your signing service owner business and you can service everybody, you're gonna have to make a conscious decision. These 8 EOs feed me the majority of my business. I got to cement my relationship with them. I don't want to lose these relationships because I'm telling them no. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that is, it's either start a signing service ASAP or pick and choose who you're going to service the most, because they will get offended if you start telling them no because you're doing signings for fringe clients.
Yeah, so what I have been doing kind of is I've been asking my EOs, like, who do they use? And then from there, I've been the one kind of doing my own signing service in a way, but not like just using their other branches of who they use and then making a commission off of that. And just starting off.
Yeah, no, I love it. Yeah,
So,
but I'm going to end with this, Rachel. I love that conference is right around the corner. It's very the universe doing what it does. Because you should start thinking about it. You should start a signing service. If you are where you're telling me you're at, which I know you are, you don't want to start creating dissension among your go-to EOs because they're feeling a little less. The reason you got as big as you have because you're so customer service oriented, right? But the moment you get spread thin, you lose your customer service.
yes.
Then you're not living up to what built you to there in the first place. So there's one of 2 choices. It's either lose a little bit of clients to focus on those 5 or 6, or build a signing service, outsource the work. And I don't know if you were on when I was talking to Robin, but I told Robin, like, you then almost become more the marketing leg of your business.
Yes.
And now you can touch everybody.
And I mean, I'm starting to do like 2 or 3 signings in like an hour and a half. So I know that time is very valuable. So, yeah. When you said the hour, I was like, okay, I'm selling myself really short.
Did that hit? Did that hit when I said that?
It did. I was like, oh, no, I'm not playing myself.
That's right. Too many successful signing agents don't realize the value of their time. And when you start realizing the value of your time, you start making better decisions with your time.
Yeah.
That was it. So I'm super juiced that resonated with you because, girl, your time's worth a lot of money. Now your job is to figure out where can I best use it to make the most money.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a difference between busy and a difference between productive. So you got to be productive, not busy. Busy just makes you money. Productive makes you rich.
Period. Okay.
That makes
cool.
sense?
Thank
All
you.
right, good.
I appreciate
I'll
it.
see you in
Can't wait to
4
see you guys.
days.
Yay.
All right.
I can't wait to meet everybody. Bye.
Oh my gosh, today was amazing. We had people from all over the spectrum trying to get their very first signing, marketing and signing services, 7-figure earners and people about to start their signing service. It's 1 o'clock. I'm out of here. I am so excited about seeing you at the Loan Signing System Conference. 1,000 signing agents are going to descend upon Las Vegas. Remember, you got to believe. You can never make someone else believe something that you don't believe. Believe in yourself. Build your business. I believe in you, but I just can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Let's go. See you in Vegas, baby. Bye.